Talking about toiletries, certified to produce toiletries and body care. So aside the soap, we do everything you use in the toilet.
Okay.
We do what you use for your skin care, your hair care, the whole lot.
Do you feel like these products are very expensive for students to get?
Expensive to get.
Like the materials to
The
make this?
materials are not expensive to get. For a start, you are starting on a low cost. If you are expanding,
Okay.
you need more capital.
Okay, so do you feel like this skill can be learned online, or
Yes,
you feel like we have to do practical?
it can be learned online. I did online training first. After that, I did on-site. I was not satisfied with the on-site that I even did and the online training. I had to go for another step of training again. So the fact remains that if you study it or you get to do it online, maybe on YouTube or like the teachings I sent online to, you can't really have it in depth than for you to start it and to do it, to learn it, to see how to mix the chemicals. Because doing it online, all the chemicals might not be specified. The percentage of what will be used might not give you the accurate result that you need. But when you see it doing the practicals like this, you have a perfect result.
So, okay, ma, at what stage do you feel like students can monetize this skill?
At any stage, at inception like this now, this that they are producing will be sold. Is not learning the entrepreneurship on itself alone, but how do you market what you are producing? And that is the reason why what they will produce now will be sold and the money will be remitted to the cost of the school.
So, how profitable is this skill in Nigeria?
This field is very, very profitable. As at the time we started, so I started 2018. I started 2018. And then you can have like 70% profit. But now that the chemicals are more expensive, it has reduced the profit. But still, it is profitable.
So, what are like the top industries that have done this, and what made you do this?
That's a very big story, and the story behind me in this. I read economics from University of Ilorin. I have my MBA from University of Ilorin. But as at the time we were building this house, when we bought the land, there was no dumping refuse around it. But at the time we started building, they started dumping refuse around. You can see, as I start today, I still burn some of these things. So it's the effect of the pollution in the environment that made me go into this. Because when we now started building, I was like, we will need more of a insecticide, I will need more of a disinfectant, I will need more of air freshener. So I just think like I can't start buying to the quantity of what I need. So I went to learn it. So my learning it was to mitigate the problem in my environment as at that time. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So when I now started, when I learned it and I was using it, I started gifting to people. So in gifting to people now, some were like, we want to buy. So I was like, if they want to buy, it means the product they enjoy using it. So that was what really brought the whole idea of selling, looking out to get NAFDAC number, and even doing skill acquisition for tools while still doing a lot of other
Wow,
things.
that's really intelligent. So, what do you feel like after this school? How do you feel like students should monetize it? Like, at what stage should they like do another practicals on their own, or they should take another courses? Or you feel like after this one practical, they can go ahead and make this
After
stuff?
this one practical, some interested ones out of them can reach out to learn more, because we are talking of just doing a crash program of 3 products today now. They might want to learn one after the other, what is this particular chemical for, what are other properties, in what quantity is this chemical supposed to be. So it's not a 1 day training. Okay, if I say I started 2018, you will know that it's not 2018 to 2025, it's not a small journey. So at least they have started. If they keep it up, it will help them. As at today now, if they produce and they are able to buy more materials, they can start monetizing immediately. Any question they have, I'll be available to answer. And if they need more training, I can also offer it.
So what is like the maximum income potential? Like how much do you feel like a person can make from this business?
Depending on how you start.
Okay.
For instance, if you are starting with just a product, for example, this bleach, it's not that expensive. But you know, aside buying the materials, you need to get your packaging materials. These days, even the chemicals is as expensive as the packaging materials. And that is why, if you really want to venture into it, you have to count your costs. And now know, how do I want to start? What is my market audience? How much do I have in my account that I want to use? All this will inform, because if I'm starting with 20K and somebody is starting with 200K and the person has a larger audience of market, certainly the profits that person will have can be compared to what I have as starting a business.
You said toiletries is way beyond insecticide, making soap for washing plates. So which of the skill do you feel is best for a student to
It
do?
all depends on your passion and the problem you are trying to solve. I was solving a problem of pollution in my environment. I went to do disinfectant, air freshener, insecticide. And all the same, the soap I was making, I used my soap to wash my plates, my clothing, and I still sell. So it all depends. If you know that maybe in your area, your target audience, what they need is more of soap, you go for that. What your audience need is more of toilet wash, you go for toilet wash. If you know that, okay, you just want to be doing for souvenir, what they will use mainly for souvenir will be maybe soap pack in small pack, either the nylon pack or the small bottle pack. So it all depends on your target audience, your passion, which problem are you solving will determine what you will go for. But mind you, whatever you go for is profitable. Because as I then during COVID, I could remember at least I did hand sanitizer and I made a lot of money. During the during COVID-19, that people cannot go out, I still go out to sell my hand sanitizer to
That shows that in
hospitals
every
and stuff.
situation you are able to
You are
use
able
it.
to utilize it.
Because during COVID-19 people were scared of going
Going out,
out.
and if I'm able to make the sanitizer, I supply hospitals, I supply pharmacies, and then you understand. At least I was solving a problem, and along the line making my profits.
So do you have a brand name?
Yes, my brand name is the registered trademark is CF. That's comforting homemade.
This is really brilliant.
That's my banner there. You can see. You can pick it from the banner.
Okay.
So the trademark, because I've done my trademark, I started my NAFDAC registration. Only that's limited by finances.
So what do you feel like are the fundamental ABC steps for this skill?
For this, know what you want to produce,
Okay.
know the chemicals you need,
Okay.
and know how to handle the chemicals, because handling chemical is another course on itself, because there are some chemicals that you must not touch your skin.
Okay, that's why you put on the gloves, nose mask, and
and even so that it won't pour your clothes and spoil the skin.
because the
These are the
chemicals are harsh.
safety most of it are. Most of the chemicals.
So, Ma, do you
are
feel like you face any challenges while doing
a
this?
lot of challenges, a lot. Reason being that some people does not even trust this brand that we say we have. It is good that we know that the same thing that PZ uses is what I'm using. It's only that their name is PZ. If I'm doing body cream now, they are doing body cream. It's the same material I'm using. This iPhone that we are doing now, there's bleach, there is iPhone, there is Apic. You understand? There are different names, and we are still using the same materials, but the packaging differs. The brand name that they already know. So the brand name that people already know, they trust them more than us that we are just coming up. So anybody that will enter market will have that challenge. The challenge will be there. Your brand might not be trusted, but maybe among your friends, your family, your neighbors, like students, your niche, your network, at least you believe that this thing, I've used it and it's working, it's effective. So that will be a challenge, and it's also a way out. If your product is very okay, you will build up capacity over time. But challenges is our brand is always not trusted at the inception, and there's capital. So and there's a lot of competition these days. For people that they don't even know much about it will start. Maybe something that you're supposed to sell for 20,000, they will say it's 5K, because they know what they have produced will not. By the time you buy it once, you will not come back to patronize them. But they just want to enter markets. So, but entering the market is another problem. You need to be sure of what you are producing and be sure that this quality works.
So do you feel like with this skill, students can work internationally and
Certainly
remotely?
yes, certainly yes. There are some NGOs that may need somebody that is into this production, either to train others or to produce for them. So if you really know what you are doing, even sky is the beginning place.
So, Ma, can you like just give us a wrap? Because now we are here, we have seen how you have done this process, and we can see that okay, there are a lot of students that are ready to learn. And even me that I just came here to like take your video, I have learned a lot from today, honestly. And I'm really so proud seeing you because I love women that go out for themselves, and this is really beautiful. So, what's like your last wrap up to say, okay, do this and do that?
The last rap will be, as at then when we were in school, I think the only course we run after is it GNS or which course? Better use of English.
Yeah.
There was nothing like entrepreneur. If there were entrepreneur study as at then, I won't go for this because I may not if you say that I will need this in the future. Maybe I will just go for okay skill of marketing. Are you getting it? So, but now that this opportunity is there, I will advise that either you pick this skill or you pick another skill. Ensure that you are ready to learn to earn from any skill that you have picked. That's the most important part of it. It's not that okay, I'm just learning it so that I can get A. It's beyond that, not just for the certification, but at least ensure that the skill you are learning, you are able to earn from it.
More from me.
That is it. A day we just understand we need somebody to do a souvenir for us. We have an occasion. I've learned this. If you need to learn to get more information and be ready to offer assistance. Be ready to meet that need, and in meeting that need, your pocket will be
Yeah.
and you get a credit alert
But
for it.
most students are just doing it because of the
Because
A.
of the end and the so that's what me I'm trying to disabuse from their mind. On a good day, if I were to be in school, I wouldn't pick this course because I would think I won't need it.
Yes.
What I can buy and still have money to buy what I need.
Of course.
But these days now, virtually everything I use in my house, I produce. My
Wow.
hair cream, my body cream, my bathing soap, my
And that
soap
means
to
you are
wash.
multi-talented,
That is
ma.
it. My air freshener, my toilet wash, and
It also cut costs instead of
cut
Yeah.
cost because some of these materials you use to produce soap is still what you use to produce toilet wash for the RP. So you can buy a single material for a product and use other things from it. So if you really understand and you are passionate about it, it's a good way to start.
Thank you very much, ma. We really appreciate your time. And may God continue to strengthen you.
The soil product we are producing can be used in the toilet and in the kitchen for your pots and for your toilet seat. So, and we are making use of two major materials. This test coat powder, test coat powder, test coat powder, and white
strong.
soap powder. To wash back of your pots and your toilet seat. It's very tough. It's very good for tough stains. Your pots and your toilet.